Welcome to the manufacturing overview video. We will walk you through how BLDON manufacturing works and explain its main components in a simple way. As we go through the different sub-modules, we will use the app launcher and you will see the BLDON manufacturing module. When the module loads, you will see the Work Center overview screen. This screen shows categories like cutting, fabrication, welding, and surface preparation. These categories are our work centers where our machines are located. This is where our setup starts. From here, we can create work centers and then move on to create the bill of materials. When we click on a work center, we see the work center creation screen. Here, we set the number of parallel operations, choose the work center category R, and enter a work center name, work center code, and working hours. All this information is part of the initial setup and is only entered once. We can also add the equipment each work center uses and create downtime reports over time. All these settings are managed in the Work Center setup. Next, we look at the bill of materials. A bill of materials is important for making a product. It lists the parts needed to make the product and the steps involved. Here, we give the bill of materials a name, select the product, and set the quantity we can make with these parts. For example, to make this product, we need 3 inventory items. At the same time, we need to follow certain routings and operations, all done at these work centers. These steps are needed to finish the product. Here, we can see the total cost of operations and the total component cost. It also gives a summary, and when we set up these work centers, we link a cost code for reports. Once this setup is done, including work centers and bill of materials, we can go to the manufacturing order and create a manufacturing order. Let's look at this example. Here, a manufacturing order has been created. In this order, we pick the product and the quantity we want to make, along with the due date. By default, the bill of materials is linked to the product we picked. We can also have more than one bill of materials for a product. When we post it, the manufacturing order status changes to requisition. Once the requisition is done, we start working on the work orders. Here we see the start. This is where all the work orders are set. We have this manufacturing order, we start the work order from here. We can also go to the Work Center overview screen, and let's look at this work order. Now let's open this one to make it clearer. These are all the work centers. Let's go to Beam Solid, okay? Here's the beam saw line, let's look at it. This is the work order that is scheduled. Here we can only start work on tasks planned for today. So we move this work order to tomorrow's schedule. Now let's start today's work, and you will see the Start button over here. We begin our pre-production tasks and stop when the work is done. We can pause all the pre-production steps like machine setup and other tasks in pre-production. When we start again, we start the main work order. When the engineer finishes working on this product, we click on Stop, and then enter how many items have been made. For example, if we made 1 item, let's enter 1 item manufactured out of 2. The next time we open this Start work order, we see there is no pre-production because we are now on the work order screen. If we click on the work order again and select it, we see that there is 1 item left to make. Now let's finish our manufacturing process. After this, we see there are no more work orders left to make because the manufacturing process is done. The post-production process is about moving the finished products to the staging area or to quality control. All of this is done here. Clicking on either option lets us move to quality control, where we can see all the quality checks we have set up. For example, if the finished quantity is 2 and the failed quantity is 0, this is all you can completely customize as per your quality requirements. We just update it and finish the process. If we want to recreate the work order, we can click here. If we click on Recreate, we will see something like this. But we do not need to recreate the work order now. When we stop the process, it asks us to confirm if it's done. We can add notes here if needed, and then stop the process. When everything is done, we finish the work order and it will be marked as done. Let's look at the work order. When we open the work order, we see all the time logs that have been saved. This includes the start and update times of the work order. The status of the work order, whether it is scheduled or started, is also shown here. For example, we started pre-production and started the work order twice, each time with 1 item. The time spent in post-production quality form is also tracked. As you can see, we have finished our first task. We finish the rest of the tasks the same way. When all tasks are done, the manufacturing order is marked as done. This finished manufacturing order can be rescheduled if needed. To do this, just click here. We also have a group manufacturing order feature. This lets us create more than one manufacturing order in a single order. When making a bulk manufacturing order, we can make many orders at once. This helps when we need several manufacturing orders for a project. To do this, pick the project and choose how many manufacturing orders we need. These can be made at once or imported. We provide an Excel sheet we can fill out and import here. All these details can be added. This information usually comes from the design team. If your design team gives you a document, you can ask them in a format where you can directly import into this group manufacturing order, and then the manufacturing orders will be created. This is how group manufacturing order works. We also have quality forms that have been submitted. We can see them here. All the quality forms are shown. If any work order is recreated, we can see those too. Submodule void is used for posted manufacturing and group manufacturing orders. We can void those manufacturing orders here. Right now, only one manufacturing order has been posted. Let's select that manufacturing order. When a manufacturing order is marked void, we see that the order we started is now void. Moving on, we have other features. Here is the project view. Right now, we do not have any started manufacturing orders, so nothing is shown. We can also see all the projects. For example, if we go here and post this one, then come back here. We see that there is one manufacturing order in draft mode, post mode, or another status. The requisition is finished. We can see all the projects and how many group manufacturing orders have been made, how many manufacturing orders there are, and how many work orders there are. Since it is in draft mode, we do not have work orders yet. But since the requisition is finished, we can see all the work orders inside. This gives a full project view. We also offer standard reports, like manufacturing by product. These filters can be changed. At the top, we have a productivity report for each work center. This lets us track productivity and change filters by date and more. Right now, there is only one user in the system, but we can see all user reports as more users are added. This is the Work Center overview. This is where our shop engineers will see the screen, and we also have the same screen on iPad. After clicking it, they can see all the scheduled tasks and other details here. And that is how the system works. Thank you for watching this video.